Okay, so I'm Vinay Dayal from 7G, and today I will explain the science behind instruments and how they work. Some people play these really well, but do we ever wonder how they work? Today I'm going to try and explain how they work and the science behind them too. So there are four types of instruments: string, percussion, woodwind, and brass. I'm going to give a quick overview of all types of instruments, then I'm going to tell you some examples and a bit about them, and lastly I'll explain the science behind them. The string instruments are the sitar, the violin, the banjo, the viola, the guitar, and the sarangi. Okay, so now for the pictures. Here is the sitar, the violin, the viola, the banjo, and the sarangi. Some information about these. They are played by drawing a bow over them, by plucking the strings, or by strumming them. Some of these instruments have lots of strings, like the sitar, that has 18 strings. The science behind them. So these vibrate when you pluck, use a bow on, or strum them. As the strings are connected to the bottom of the instrument, the vibrations carry down till there. So at the bottom of many string instruments, there is a hollow area. In the violin, and in the sitar, most of the part is hollow. So this hollow area is where the strings are attached. And after the vibrations carry down there, the sound echoes, and this increases the volume. When you move the strings, then you can distort the notes. And when you press down on a part of the string, you can take out some notes like sa re ga ma pa dha ni sa. So now for the percussion. There is the conga, the tabla, the xylophone, the gong, the drums, and the cymbals. Okay, so now for the pictures. The tabla, the conga, the drums, the xylophone, and the cymbals. And the gong too. Some information about these. They are played by applying force and short blows to the surface of the instruments. They are sometimes played by pressing keys, like the piano. The Indian instruments generally have a goat skin covering on them. The science behind them. These short blows vibrate on the surface, and these vibrations make sound in turn. In some of these instruments, people use bowls to remember where to strike. The sound depends on the force of the blow applied. So now, for the woodwind instruments, you have the flute, the human voice, the harmonica, the oboe, and the bagpipes. Okay, so now for the woodwind instruments, the flute, the oboe, the bagpipes, the harmonica, and the human voice. Some information about these. The human voice is a woodwind instrument, in case you didn't know. The woodwind instruments are generally thin and easy to transport. They're used in many places and are easily available in India. So now, the science behind them. These are played by blowing air into their mouthpiece, and you can play notes on them by covering and uncovering the holes. In case of the flute, the human voice functions similarly. There's a part of it that we use every day and that helps us to speak. So, this part actually, I'm pretty sure that it blocks some of the air and lets some of the air go. A bit like when you cover and uncover the holes. This part functions similarly and can thus be considered a part of a woodwind instrument. Now, for the brass, the tuba, the euphonium, the cornet, the trumpet, the trombone, and the flageolet. Okay, so now that you've heard the names, I'm sure you want to see how they look. Here's the tuba, the euphonium, the cornet, the trumpet, and the trombone. And last but not least, the flageolet. Okay, so the science behind these are that these instruments are played by buzzing the lips against the mouthpiece. Yeah, buzzing. I'm not kidding. The buzzing helps to create vibrations, and the vibrations go through the whole instrument. This creates the sound. I know, it's pretty amazing. So thus, we can conclude that most of the instruments are played by using vibrations. I'm not counting some of the other ones because I've actually just tried to explain the main four types in a really short and sweet manner. Thank you. Bye, and this is Vinay Dayal 7G signing off.